All right, everyone. Well, welcome to tonight's call. I'm super excited. This is the call we've been waiting for a really, really long time and so needed. And I'm excited for these two to present tonight because they are some of the savviest people that I know and just have hearts of gold. So I am excited to introduce you to Angel Whitmire and James Lenhart. So a little bit about them. Yes, Angel is a mom of two. She's a holistic plant-based health coach and personal trainer who is also a top fitness competitor before she started building her home-based business 6 years ago. You should see her pictures. Sometimes I just want to put it on my vision board and just stare, not, just because she just looks so good, right? Using social media and simple communication strategies, she's become a top earner in record time. Her strength is creating a plan to help others achieve their goals faster and more efficiently than she did. She's just a super team player and she wants everyone to succeed for sure. I love that about her. Angel and I we met a couple of years ago on a sidewalk. So random, but we met on a sidewalk and right there and then our souls just connected and our spirits connected, and right then and there we just became super close. So I love you, Angel. I'm so excited that you're here. And I love James too, although I don't know him as well. But James Lenhart was a professional dog trainer with the US Canine before starting a home-based business part-time 17 years ago. I'm just trying to find who is not muted. If you guys can mute yourselves, that would be awesome. I'm trying to do multitask. Okay. After learning that he didn't have to clock into a work, right? None of us want to clock in, and he didn't have to ever set his alarm clock. And he didn't want to have to answer to a boss and the office politics of things. So he decided to dive into network marketing, into the profession for full-time within a few short years. So over the past decade, he's helped launch multi-million dollar companies. He's built organizations of 40,000 people, consulted with corporate executives, and created brands for online entrepreneurs. He's also studied with mentors like Jim Rohn, we all know him, Tony Robbins, Randy Gage, Art Williams, and he's currently personally coaching with Ray Higdon. I love Ray Higdon for sure. His strength is simplifying systems, which I'm so happy about that. And so everyone can win no matter what their experiences is or background. So they went platinum in Zallevo. They came in right before Christmas. It was after Christmas because we were doing a meeting with them on Christmas Eve. It was crazy. It was great. But they went platinum in 4 days and in December. And then they also reached the rank of platinum in January, and they've helped their team rank advance as well. They've helped rank advance silvers and things like that. So we're excited. We're excited for them to share. This is called a deep dive into social media, and they are masters at this. So we're excited to hear from them. So I'm going to turn the time over to Angel and James. Welcome, you two.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That was amazing. I feel honored to be on here now, but I love you, Jill. Thank you so much for all that you do. You are the reason why we're here, especially for me, is because I love and trust you and adore you. So thank you for allowing us to do this tonight. We're honored.
I'm excited. This is one of those things that I think we both like talking about, because even when Jill was introducing us, I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, all those things that have happened. But really what it comes down to, it doesn't matter the 18 years that I've been doing this or the 6 years she's been doing this or being a certified holistic health coach and a person, all those things are good. But at the same time, what we're going to go over tonight is real foundational stuff that everybody can do, no matter if you've ever done social media marketing before, if you've never done a home-based business before. We're going to show you how to be successful tonight doing things that not only work for us, but work for our team and hundreds and thousands of other people that we've worked with over the years. And the thing about social media is that it's ever changing. So you want to make sure your foundation principles are in place, just like how Zallevo has our mission, our values, and our purpose of our company, how that is a foundation for what we do daily. You want that to be the same in social media. So when social media changes and algorithms change and the newest thing comes out, you go, great. I just take the foundation principles I know and go and pivot over there. So, and I have to relearn something again. But yeah, that's where.
And I just look at this too as starting off is this is like a free platform for you to grow your business. And so why not utilize it, right? Because some of us, when we start within social selling, network marketing, whatever you want to call it, we're afraid, right? We have that, we're like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's just, but Facebook, Instagram, like whatever social media platform that you're using, it allows you to kind of take that first step without truly like putting yourself out there, right? So you're still kind of behind the screen, but allowing the free platform to work for you. So I'd say, you know, once you find one, two that you love, just conquer that and get really good at that one before you go into all 5 other ones or 500 other ones now, right? Because people are like, well, I have to be on Instagram and I have to be on LinkedIn and I have to be on Facebook and I have to be on Clubhouse. Like, no, let's just master one and then you can go on to others, right?
Yeah.
So,
because there's always going to be a new shiny object. There's always going to be like, oh my gosh, everyone's over there. Now everyone's kind of, the joke in Clubhouse is people are on Clubhouse. The more time they spend on there, they should be actually building their business and doing the fundamentals. So it really kind of comes down to figuring out where you want to start. And we always say start on Facebook, even though people are like, people are leaving Facebook. They're not on there as much. Majority of people are. Always remember that the way that everyone on here is learning to use Facebook and social media, most people use social media to post pictures of their cats. And that's why they're going on there. They are being used by Facebook versus being a user of Facebook. I don't know if I might date myself now, but if you ever seen the movie Tron, in Tron, you've got people that are in the game, then you've got people that are running the game. And so you want to be in that position where you're running your game versus being inside the Facebook game, kind of like the Matrix type of thing. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight on how to do that in a very simple and organized manner. So should we share our screen?
Let's do it. All right. So we put together a little PowerPoint here for you to kind of keep it all streamlined and so you can kind of go along with us. So the first thing that we want to talk about is if you've ever heard of the term funnel. Now, if you've never been in sales before, or you've never been a home-based business or anything, maybe you haven't heard this before. But if you ever cooked, you've probably heard of a funnel before. And a funnel is just where there's something large at the top and it funnels down to something smaller. And in our process, that something smaller is a sale or a person that enrolls. And so that's the end game. I think a lot of people try to flip this upside down and they're like, they just want people to join now. You know, what's the magic phrase, the magic post? I got to get them. You know, what am I going to do? What do I have to say to recruit or have somebody buy, right? That's what most people are looking at. But if you look at social media is designed to do a few different things. And if you use them correctly, just like Angel said, you will win. If you don't use them correctly, you won't win. You know, because that's the thing we really look at. And you want to use this funnel because you can duplicate it and show other people how to do it too. It doesn't matter. We always talk about this. It doesn't matter your influence. It doesn't matter if you have 10 people on Facebook or 10,000 people. It just doesn't matter. These are going to work no matter what. So we kind of broke it down into how do I bring somebody from maybe me not really knowing who they are to enrolling them, right? How do we bring that process? So this would be a funnel. Now, is everyone going to go through every single step? No. They could come in at the last step. It doesn't matter. This is just, again, to give you a visual. So number one would be public posts. So a public post is your wall. And we're going to show you some examples of what works. So this is your public wall where you actually put something up for like kind of the audience to see. This is like putting up a billboard on the side of a road. Stories are either Facebook stories or Instagram stories. You could also kind of bundle TikTok in here a little bit. But these are lifestyle things where people are kind of like being a little voyeuristic and being able to kind of maybe see behind the curtain. That's what stories are for. Then Messenger, this is where you would personally invite somebody to learn more. Exposures would be tools like videos, websites,
Challenges like we have the 7-day challenge and the 90-day best body challenge. Those are for somebody to experience it, maybe before they buy. Communities, which would be Facebook communities that we have, no matter which one you're using, just to follow up and get more information to them on a group level. And then mentors and leaders with number 7, when somebody goes, hey, I've got questions. How do I enroll? What's the next step?
3-way chats.
3-way chats. So just kind of visualize that funnel as we go through tonight, because we're going to hit on every single one of these tonight, and give you real ideas of what works and what doesn't work. Before we do that, we want to go over the red hand.
Do not.
Some do nots. So let's talk about the first one. Is do not, under any circumstance on the planet, post any link of any kind in your post, in the comments of your post, in the stories of your posts, anywhere. And really, if we take the philosophical side of it out, Facebook drives down your post if they see links. They don't even like you sharing links that are on Facebook onto your page, like that. So avoid any links. Why else should people avoid links?
Yeah, because another reason is they're going to go and Google it right away, right? And so then they might start doing their research. They might start seeing who's in the company. Right. They might sign up with someone else off of your attraction post that you put your link on. So there's just ways to go about really sharing what you're doing without giving too much information. And a link would be way too much. It's like showing somebody the end result before they even kind of see how to get there, kind of thing. So
yeah, it's the biggest thing, because you see people doing that and they think, well, people will come on Facebook and they'll like something, and so maybe they'll want to buy right now. I'll just kind of dispel that myth right now. No one ever gets on Facebook to go, oh, I think I'd like to buy some vitamins today. I'm going to get on Facebook. People don't do that. They might do that on Amazon or a shopping website or some other place where they're going to actually go to buy something, but they don't do it on Facebook. And as soon as somebody sees a link, it kind of detracts them a little bit. And if I saw a link on Jill's post, I'd be like, oh, Jill's trying to sell me something, unfollow. And that's kind of what happens a lot. So you almost push the business away versus attracting it to you. Next thing is really big. And this is, I think, one of those, well, should you, shouldn't you? Some people do, some people don't. Yeah. And again, the thing is, we're going to talk about, everything will work for some people, but there's very few things that will work for everybody. Right. And if you want a large business in Zallevo or any business, you want to do it where everybody can do it. So number 2 is never, ever post the company name, either in a text, in a picture. We're going to show you how to post.
I know that sounds harsh, but sounds hard. Unless you're like a massive influencer, and even then I would never, but it's just because, again, how many times are you inundated on Facebook with people like basically billboard after billboard after billboard of selling, right? And so as you're saying, oh, Zallevo is the best thing ever, they're like, okay, so is everything else in the world right now, right? Because as you know, everything's going online, and everyone has pretty much, not everyone, but a lot of people have home-based businesses now. So it's even more present now than it was a few years back. So
yeah, and it goes down to the Google thing too. Again, if somebody sees the name Zallevo or they see it on a package, if they're an average consumer, the average consumer will do one thing, and they'll go to Google and they'll go, what's Zallevo? And they'll go look at it and they'll make decisions for themselves because, I don't need a shake. I don't need a probiotic. That's not for me, without knowing the context of they actually do need nutrition. So that's number 2. Number 3 is kind of self-explanatory, but really make no health or income claims. This is big just on the legal side of things. A health claim would be like, I took medication and now I don't anymore because I took Zallevo. No, you can say, I've reduced my inflammation and I can go out and walk with my kids more because of this new lifestyle I chose. That's attractive. How'd you do that? What's that about? So you want to think more in general terms versus curing or money terms. You never want to get in and be like, hey, I just made $2,000 in my home-based business. Not a good idea. That's warrants for lots of things. So that's a big thing. Is kind of, I always kind of think of it like I never want to post a percentage or a dollar sign anywhere on like a percentage of this or a dollar sign of that. The third one is the fourth one is searchable hashtags. Kind of the same thing along everything. Hashtags, people will search it. And maybe I want to hashtag mom's fitness or something. Well, when they go and click on mom's fitness, they're going to see everybody in Mom's Fitness, maybe other people in Zallevo, maybe other people in other companies, all that everything. So you always want people to they cannot figure out what it is without involving you in the conversation. Talk about the last one. Why shouldn't people comment on other wellness partners' posts?
Well, I mean, again, you're all in the same company.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not saying that you can't support
Right.
your team members, right? Because you do want to. I would just say not doing it all day, every day. Like pick a couple a day and love on their stuff. But every time you're doing that, you're going to see more and more of Zallevo wellness partners in your feed. So a lot of people aren't going to start seeing your stuff. Only your wellness partners are, right? And we're trying to attract other people outside of Zallevo. So that's why it's just the algorithm. It's Facebook. It's just a weird thing, but I would just be very cautious of that. Of course, we want to support our wellness partners, and our business partners, but I wouldn't say to do it all day long. Pick a couple a day and go from there.
Yeah, focus on people you want to attract versus people that have already been attracted.
Yeah,
they're already in. They already said yes. So those are some really main do nots. And as long as you kind of stay on this and you don't do any of these things, it really can kind of open the world up into being creative and what you can do and what you can't do.
Right.
So first thing I want to talk about are public posts. So public posts, just like you see the little magnet there, are intended to attract the hearts, souls, and minds of other people into your life. So let's talk a little about so I know what I can't do now. So what can I do, or how do I formulate posts? Why don't you talk a little about?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a question. It says, in the 90-day Best Body Challenge and the 7-day Water Challenge, we are required to hashtag those things. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and that's okay, because I mean the reason that the company is doing that is so they can search it and they can do the awards and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's okay that if you do that, because again, people are going to follow it, and they're going to follow it maybe over to the 7-day challenge or the 90-day challenge, and that's more for Zallevo than it is for you. You're doing that to enter into the drawing. Yeah. So it's not really an attraction or social media tactic. It's really so Zallevo can search it and find you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Perfect. So the first thing is 5 things about you. So when you're posting on social media, there are some people that get into a business and are like, oh, I got to post about it every single day. No, like social media is to share about you and your life and what you're about. So I always say 5 things about you and share those 5 things throughout the week, whether that be for me, faith, my family, fitness, health, and nutrition, whether it be I love like hiking. I mean, it could be like whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about, share about that. And you can have one day for business, right? One day for transformation, something like that. But share more about your life and who you are and how you're implementing these products, formulations into your life. It should not just be a billboard about Zallevo on your wall. People should go to your wall and be like, what does she do?
What's going on? Right?
What does she do? You would want people to be like, what does she do? I don't know, but I love what she's about. She's very positive. She's into health. She's into fitness. She's into her family. She's into Jesus, like whatever it is. But you want people to like just see you and be uplifted. Number one, you don't want to share a lot of negativity, a lot of politics. I mean, I want you to be able to stand up for yourself and have a voice, obviously, but people are inundated with that all day long, especially right now. Like I just scroll past all that stuff now. I'm like, I just want all positivity in my life.
Unfollow.
Yeah. And so keep it light, keep it positive, show people who you are. Like, do a Facebook Live, do your stories, go, quick little stories. I shared today in my stories about my daughter. She was like painting, like share about your life and behind the scenes of who you are, because people buy from the person. They don't buy just to buy your product. They buy because they like, love, and trust you. And so if you're not sharing about who you are and just about your product, people are going to bypass you because they're like, oh, she just wants to sell me something. She just wants to get me in her thing kind of thing. So,
well, and I love that because you want somebody to go to your social media feed and you want them to know who you are, not what you do.
Yep.
You want them to ask, hey, I like your message. What do you do? And that's where you can open that conversation. And one thing I want to kind of pause here for a second too, because people will share stuff on their wall and they'll go, I didn't get anybody to like it, or no one commented, or one person liked it, or my grandma loved it, or whatever it is. And here's the thing. If you see any interaction on your post, it's probably less than 10% of the people that actually saw it. Mm-hmm. So most people, they'll scroll and they'll go, oh, cool, and they'll keep going. Most people will not stop and comment or engage on your post. They just won't do it just because they're busy or whatever it is. But that doesn't mean they didn't see it.
Right.
Because we get on calls all the time and they're like, oh, Angel, yeah, I saw James posted this 2 weeks ago about his weight loss journey. And I'll be like, you didn't even like the post. I didn't even know you saw that. But always remember that everyone's always watching, even if you're not getting likes, even if you're not getting comments. It's consistency that's going to win of you sharing your journey and who you are. You could pick a theme. One of the things I love about Zallevo is one of the things that attracted us right away, again, were the values of the company. If you don't know what to post, go to the 12 values of the company and go, today I'm going to post about what mastery means to me. I'm going to ask people, what does mastery mean to you? Whatever that is, because again, you're trying to attract people that you want to like, love, and trust. You don't want the whole world. You don't need the whole world. You just want a very small group of people that like, love, and trust each other to go out and do big things. Because with two or three people can conquer a massive amount of things. And that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for your people. Transformations. And the last year too, I mean, this is kind of what you said. You want to inspire, encourage, and ask yourself the question. Like, go to your wall right now, scroll to the last week or two and go, would you follow you if you didn't know you? And if the answer is yes, congratulations, you're doing a good job. If the answer is no, go, okay, what do I have to put out to where I would want to follow me? Or I would be attracted to that, or I would like that post, because again, that's the people you want to attract to you.
And remember, like, you are a part of Zallevo, but you aren't Zallevo. Yeah. Like, you are yourself. You are your own brand. You're just, you have just an addition to, or you add on with Zallevo, right? And so that's why he's saying, would you follow you? Because you are not the brand of Zallevo. You are your own brand. People follow you for a reason. So that's how we really express that. Go to your wall and just pick 5 or 6 different things that represent you, and rotate those things so where it doesn't just look like you are Zallevo corporate.
And remember, I mean, at the bottom I put there like 90% you, 10% company.
Yes.
And that's what you want it to really look like. And so this is really kind of ideas of public posts. I want to show you some things that have worked for other people and that have somewhat worked for us too. And you'll notice where you just don't see Zallevo in here. These are all lifestyle things. You've got, Trisha sharing the 7-day water challenge. You've got Angel, Michelle, all these people that you can see here doing things that are really lifestyle posts. You would really not know what it is unless you reached out and said, hey, what is that? And here's one other like little tip. We talked about this all the time, is that a lot of people will only go and conversate, I don't know if that's a word, have a conversation with people that comment. But you want to go have a conversation with every single person that likes on those pictures. So like Trisha, she has 5 comments there, but 31 people have liked it. I would personally go message all 31, go, oh my gosh, thank you so much for liking my post. What are you up to today? Because it's about creating those conversations. You're not looking for somebody to post on this and go, hey, Trisha, I'd love to join your water challenge. Like that's just not going to happen. You want to engage in conversation with people in private messenger.
And then like above where Jill and I had done like questions, like these are gold because these are engagement questions. Like you want people engaging on your post. And so I said, doing a poll, what do you need help with more, nutrition or fitness? And then if people, people commented either nutrition or they commented fitness, then I would message them. Oh my gosh, so glad to hear that. What are you currently doing to improve your nutrition or your fitness? And then you lead that conversation on. Oh, great. Well, we have an amazing Facebook group community that I would love to add you to, where we share a lot of nutrition tips, fitness tips. It's a like-minded community where we love on each other. It's just about health. Like, would you be open to me adding you to that? Yeah. Just getting that conversation started. And I love how Jill shared about what is this being a servant leader mean to you, so again, it's just engagement. And just like Michelle here in the center where she's drinking her shake, like she just says, why a superfood shake? So she shares all the benefits of why she chose a superfood shake, but she lists nowhere in there that it's Zallevo, none of the ingredients, like none of that. Like she just shared the benefits of it. Right.
I love this.
All
good.
about benefits.
And always think about this is the top. Remember, this is the top of that funnel. So this is where you're looking to have lots of conversations. You're not looking to enroll people. Enrolling people is at the bottom of that funnel. You got to get people down that funnel. And some people will fall down that funnel like that. Yep. Some people might take 6 months, a year. Some of the best people I've worked with at companies in the past, they were customers for like 5 months until like, hey, I might want to share this. And then they explode out of the gate. Always know that everyone's on their own time. Our goal is just to bring them through that journey and assist them when they're ready to start doing the next part of it. Mm-hmm. Next thing here, we have a couple examples of transformation posts, which work really, really well if done correctly.
Yes.
And so you can see Jill's here, Becky, myself. And again, these are lifestyle posts because I did this post because I've been plant-based for 6 months. Not really because of Zallevo products. It's making it so I can do this lifestyle better with the products. But it really is sharing that journey and like you said, listing the benefits. And it's not always about weight loss. It's about those non-scale victories too. But you're a pro at the transformation. Talk a little bit.
It's just sharing. It's just sharing your journey. Yeah. I love, like Becky said. She said, so it's been a long time coming. 2020 brought many struggles for all of us, apparently. And then she said, apparently I decided eating crap was the way to go. I gained some weight and got lazy. With that being said, 2021 has been a new mindset. I'm determined to take better care of myself. I made a simple change to a healthier me 3 weeks ago. And so far I feel great, sleeping better, mood is better, and I'm losing inches. I really hadn't noticed any change till a few days ago. I tried on a pair of pants 2 months ago. I put those same pants in the to-go pile. I've tried a lot of things to feel better and drop some weight, but this superfood shake I'm drinking is 100%. Too easy to get a better and healthier life. Or me. Did she say anything about Zallevo in there? No, but she shared all the benefits and what she got out of it for just being on these products for 3 weeks, right? And now she has 50 comments on it. She's enrolled 3 people off this post in the last 2 days. It's just engaging. It's just sharing your story. And that's another thing I want to say is, share your journey with people. If you are doing this for you and you're like, I'm committed, I'm all in, share your journey, because if it can change one person's life that you're connected to on Facebook, that's what matters, right? And we are here in Zallevo to make an impact on other people's lives and to get people healthy around the world, right? And so she shared just her journey in 3 weeks. I mean, look at that glow in 3 weeks. So just the baby, and she's not showing herself in a bikini like before and after. It's just her face. Right. And so you don't have to be standing there half naked and sharing a before and after. It's like the non-scale victories, right? It's just the small wins. Yeah. Her sharing that she has more energy, she sleeps better. Share that. Share your journey. Don't be afraid to share your journey, because we have a girl on our team named Andrea. I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of her lives, but she goes live every single day sharing her journey because she's doing the Best Body Challenge. She never says Zallevo. She just said these amazing products have really helped me, and this is why I'm feeling it. This is why I'm doing this. I'm being committed to myself, so I'm going to show up every day for myself, but also for someone else that's watching that may need accountability or support. We're here to help support you. So again, it's these small wins. It's sharing your journey, letting people in to your life, right?
Love it. And again, always think about attraction. You're going, who am I trying to attract to me? It's probably you, whoever you are and whatever story you're going through. People want to see those little tiny wins, because most people won't believe you lost 30 pounds in 90 days. You can go, well, I did it healthy, I did it right. But they could believe I lost 2 pounds last month. I wasn't able. There's a lot of people that wish they lost 2 pounds or 3 pounds or 10 pounds or whatever it is. Share those little tiny things. It's easier to go up and down the stairs. I can play with the kids easier. I can get up and down, stuff like that. That's what people really want. Think about what they want and the benefits, not so much the actual product itself. They're looking for the end result.
And I also want to stress something too, for compliance. You never want to say, I lost this amount of weight in this amount of time. Yep. You can say I lost 10 pounds in a short amount of time, or I lost, or in 3 months, I've, gotten better sleep and I feel better. Kind of like what Becky did. Like, she never said on there, like, how much she lost in the date. Okay. So just remember that too.
Yeah. And the last thing before we move on from this, always use your support team. We have our team, I'm going to post this. What do you think of it? Always ask for feedback. And little tiny tweaks of language can make a big difference. And just always be open to learning about social media, and not go, okay, you know what, I'm going to post it out there and see what happens, and spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks. You want to do this in a very planned manner, but also don't let that hold you back from actually taking action and doing it. I would challenge everyone on here, whatever your Zallevo journey has been, without saying Zallevo, all the things we talked about, tomorrow, go make a post, write it up tonight, share it with the person that enrolled you. Go, hey, I'm going to post this. What do you think of it? And tweak it together and do it together, and support each other, because that's what this community is all about. Next thing, stories.
Stories are hot right now. They're hot. So think of like a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Like legit. That's what they're for, right? And it really allows people to see the real you and your personality. It could be about your family. It could be about your dog. It could be about your spouse. It could be about your work, whatever it is. But people love watching behind the scenes of your life.
And you can't do it wrong because it disappears in 24 hours.
That's a great thing.
You're like, oh, I don't like that. It's okay. It'll be gone 24 hours. So by the time you wake up tomorrow, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
But again, I have this little picture there because what you're doing is you're taking people along your journey. And in between there, you can trickle in things that might be more product-based, but you're doing it in a lifestyle way. So this way you can show more of the products, right? Still not going to say the name, but we're going to show you some examples of how to really show more of the products in your stories than you would on your personal wall. Yeah, because almost think of this like a reality show is the best way to, if you're watching a TV show and then the commercials come on. And you watch the commercials because you want to get back to the TV show, and then the TV show comes back on. So think of these posts that we're going to show you almost as the little commercials in between, the commercial breaks.
Yes.
But then the story continues. And so that's what gets people to keep watching, is that they're watching this story, and then you're like, oop, loop, I got my shake today. And they don't even remember that they saw it. They keep watching, and they're like, what was that shake thing that she talked about? And they see it again the next day and they go, oh yeah, that shake thing. Because again, she's sharing consistently. She's showing her lifestyle and that she's taking her shake every day. And that's what people want to see. Consistency. You're not looking for that big win. You're looking just to get eyeballs in front of what you're doing.
And if you're new to social media and you're like, what is a story? Right. So it's the little like bubbles at the top of Facebook. You can actually create a story and then you can just click through them. And they're like little mini shots of your life, like we're sharing, also on Instagram as well. So.
And here, if you want to know how to do stories, we're going to do our course, our extensive course on how to do social media stories. It's called Google, and you Google how to do a Facebook story. And there's lots of things on there for free. Never pay for a social media course on how to do something. It's called YouTube, and it's free. And Google. So always, if you're ever looking for how-tos, just Google it, and you'll have ridiculous amounts of information. So in your stories, we're going to show you a couple examples here, but polls, education, giving tips, making a shake, taking pills, not showing the bottle still, the benefits, daily routines. People live say, what are you doing every day? Again, think Bachelor. Think what are these people doing? What craziness is going on inside their world? And actually, here's the thing: the crazier and the rawer, the better. So don't think you got to get on here and camera ready and everything. Messy hair at the gym. Kristen Tibbs does this great. She's in her garage doing like flips and stuff. And she's sweating and she's doing lives and she's watching it. And that's really what it's all about. So I want to show you some examples of just some lifestyle stuff. These are questions that people are asking. Like, and Tony's asking me, what's your favorite spice? You go, what does that have to do with Zallevo? It doesn't. It's to start a conversation. Now, will everyone start the conversation? No. She's just looking for that one person that wants to start a conversation. Because here's the thing. The reason you're looking for people to start a conversation is those are the people that will come in and then go have conversations with other people. So you're looking for people to reach out and do that. That would be a good key factor. Oh, this might be a good wellness partner because they know how to reach out and start a conversation. And so you got Kristen Tibbs here. See the little polls there. Again, Google how to do a Facebook story poll. There's a lot of great videos out there for it. But again, when somebody clicks on time or energy, it doesn't matter which one. Kristen will then go engage with them. Hey, what time? What energy? It's always about engagement. It's not about right or wrong or yes or no. It's all about creating engagement, because the reason that stories is after posts is stories automatically put you in someone's messenger. Because if they engage with your story, it's in Messenger automatically. And Facebook loves to know who, what, how, all the things in Messenger that they listen to. They want to be in there. So talk a little bit more about.
And then Michelle, love how she's like showing that she's making her shake.
Yeah.
And she actually shows her, literally like the water in the cup, and then she's scooping the 2 scoops. The bag is turned around, so you cannot read the bag. And so she's showing the 2 scoops, and she's basically sharing how she makes her shake. And then at the end, she's like, I love it thick. My dog likes to lick the top too. And she's like, dinner served, easy, quick. But she's showing how to make the shake without spilling Zallevo everywhere. So again, just showing day in the life of you.
And this last one here, this is what I got from Dre. So again, she goes Facebook Live a lot.
Every day.
And so she's putting things in her face. Hey, did you catch my Facebook Live about being perfectionism? Me? Oh yeah, I did. She's engaging. She's asking people to engage, because most likely, whatever they say, oh, or me, or oh yeah, hey, here's the link to my live.
Yeah.
Because she's using that as that top of that funnel to get people to get engaging more on that.
Another thing too is the more people that are engaging in your polls, you're going to be at the top of their story feed. So you're going to be showing up in their story feed before everyone else, because they're engaging with you and you're engaging with them. So that's another way to get more eyeballs on your stuff. The more that you are engaging with people, and the more that you're conversating and having those conversations with people.
Yeah, just know that you can't I don't think you could really do too many stories. We try to do more because we're always kind of lagging behind, because you want to do more, because you never know where somebody comes in at the story. So just so you know too, if you're not familiar with how stories work, people don't come in and watch it from the beginning and go all the way through. Sometimes they'll come in the middle, they'll fast forward through a couple of them, or whatever it is. So just know you don't have to like link them all together as like one cohesive timeline. It can literally just show in your life what you're doing, picking the kids up from school, doing this, making them a shake, getting out, getting exercise, whatever it is. Just share that lifestyle, because in between this lifestyle stuff, you can drip little commercials in.
Products. So this is how we're sharing products without saying the name, right? So the first one, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to go back to the gym after 6 months. I'm definitely going to need some more energy. As you can see, that's the E vibe right there, but you can't really see what it is. But I share the benefits of what it does. It increases energy, enhances performance, support weight loss, support mental focus. And people are like, oh, I need some of that. Right. What is that? Right? So you're looking for people to ask you, what is that? I need that. I need the energy. What is that? And then the shake. I mean, Michelle did an amazing job, again, sharing her shake. She's sharing basically benefits of the shake, the ingredients, without saying Zallevo, right? And then she's saying plant power, great. And then she has her little pills there, right? So people are going to be like, what shake do you use?
Right.
And then same thing with Karina sharing about the shake. James did the one right here where shares the recipe, chocolate peanut butter superfood shake. And he lists like some of the stuff that's in it, and then says, basically dairy-free, non-GMO, so you can see. And then he has a poll at the bottom, info, please. What is it called? So he's looking for people that are like, oh, like us, before we found Zallevo, we were looking for another plant-based shake. So there's people out there looking for stuff, right? Without you blaring it in their face, you're asking, or you're just kind of putting a poll out there. And if someone's interested, they are going to click more info, or what's it called? That way it opens the conversation. And then here, as far as the pills, Kristen did an amazing job. D3, probiotic, hormone balance, water. Did you at least get 64 ounces of water today? Yes or no, right? And she had more people asking her about, what is the hormone balance? I need some of that on this post. So she then gets to open that conversation and share what she's using. And she'll share a video from her app of, oh, this is what I'm using for hormone balance. So again, you're just creating conversations, and be a product of the product. If you're wanting to really be in Zallevo and really want this as your life and your full-time gig, like if people are watching you and they don't see you using the products, they're like, what shake are you talking about? Right? Show yourself using the shake, making the shake, taking the pills, having benefits of it, be a product of the product. It's very, very important, because people are watching you, whether you know it or not. They're watching you and they're like, is she still doing that thing? She's probably not. Right? So you want them to know, no, this is my lifestyle. This is not a diet. I'm not doing this for just 30 days and then I'm done. Like, this is your lifestyle. And so you want people to really see that, oh, that's why she looks so good. That's why she has so much energy. That's why her skin's glowing, right? So being the product is very, very important when you are, selling a product, basically.
Yeah. And somebody asked, should we do public or just for friends or private posts? Mm. And here's the thing, it kind of goes back to what I talk about. You're either the user or you're being used by Facebook. And so if you want to use Facebook for what it is, and it's basically, Facebook is in existence for one company to make money. It's called Facebook. That's why we're users of it, that they make money off of our information. So if you do want to use Facebook for the purpose that they're using it for, you want to make all your stuff public. And then you also have to be careful of what you do share, because you don't want to share all pictures of everything. You want to do it in a very precise way. That's why, just like anything, if you've ever played a board game before, you want to know the rules of the game and how to play them. Now, you could make certain things in social media only for friends, like maybe pictures of your kids or whatever it is, where you can be protective. You can always change the privacy. But when you're sharing your lifestyle, you're doing all these different things, I would keep it public, because again, you never know who's going to see things. We have people that are not even our friends watch our stories.
Well, I would share too, like I started 6 years ago with a previous company, and I was not very engaged on social media, but I started like posting and made everything public, because I was like, if I'm going to work this as a business, I'm going to use Facebook as a business, but also you have to show people who you are. Right. You have to let them in for them to like, love and trust you, right? So that they will buy from you. And so as soon as I made it public and I started just sharing who I was, 90% of the people that I brought into that company, I had no idea who they were. They were Facebook friends, right? And so just remembering that too, like, I know some people are very protective. That's great. That's you. Do you. But if you're looking to really reach the masses and really create an impact in people's lives, like he was saying, I make all of mine public so that I can reach more people. But again, you do you. It's your business and however you feel that you want to run it. But I do mine public. So
yeah, it's the best way to do it.
And it's the way to build your network over time as well. And that's what I want to get into as well, is like, if you're like, I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. Okay, so here's what you do. Every day you friend 10 new people. That could be suggested friends. Now make sure they're not already in Zallevo. But go and friend 10 new people every single day. You want to start building up that friend list so that you can reach more people. Because again, this is a free platform, right? For you to share your business with people, your life with people, and have them join you as a customer or wellness partner.
Yeah, and there's a phrase that I always say over and over again is your net worth equals your network.
Yeah.
And either you come into a company like Zallevo or any company, you come in with a network that's been built over years, or you learn how to develop your network. Either way, you could be massively successful. I think a lot of people go, oh, they're successful because they have a network. Well, you can be successful and have a network too. You just have to learn how to grow that network. So that's the biggest thing, is either you come to a network or you learn how to build one. And that's what this community is for, is to teach you either way, because you want to respect your network too. You don't want to use your network. Even if you come in with one, you don't be like, oh, look at all these people I know, I can just go sell them Zallevo. You want to respect that network and keep them as friends. And then if you want to build it, you got to do that the right way too. So
but also remember, consistency is key. Yep. You want to be posting every single day, 1 to 2 times a day, at least once a day. But consistency is key. That's how you're going to keep your algorithm up. That's how you're going to keep people engaged, watching you. That is like the hugest. If there's one thing you could take away from today, it's just stay consistent. Yeah. You have to be consistent on social media, because Facebook, they'll push your stuff down. Like let's say you post and then a week later, like you're incognito, like you're like, bye. And then a week later you come back. It's not how it works. Algorithm, they want you to be social. That's why it's called the social network, right? Exactly. So being social, being consistent every single day, posting something, right?
So important. I mean, if you've ever heard of Ray Higdon, or you've heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, these people go, wow, they have massive followings. Not for 3 to 5 years.
Right.
No one watched Gary V's video on drinking wine. Nobody watched Ray Higdon for 2 years. And he did a video every single day for 2 years, and no one watched a video. And then all of a sudden somebody watched it, and another person watched it. And he got to a point in his career where he was getting 10,000 leads a month. because of the consistency, not because of the content, because of the consistency built up over time. So this is the next part of the funnel, because we've talked a lot about attracting and bringing in and stories and all those different things, but it really is always going to come down to one thing, and that's direct messaging. If you go, what should I get really good at? It's not social media. I mean, that might sound crazy because we're doing social media training, but the thing to get really good at is direct messaging. Is how to have a conversation with somebody to open the door so they let you in their house. Because that's how we look at it all the time, is that when somebody says, I'm open to feedback, that's literally like I walked up to somebody's door, knocked on it and said, hey, can I come in? And we've built up enough trust where they say, sure, James, come on in. And now I've been entrusted with this opportunity to come in and expose a tool, ask for time. When do you have time to check this out so I can get your feedback? And then I might add them to a community so they can get more info or support. Then I'll follow up with them when they told me to follow up, because they said, oh, I'll be able to watch it tonight, James. Great. I follow up tomorrow morning. Did you watch it last night? Oh, I didn't, James. Great. Can you watch it now? When could you watch it? And then if they want questions, they're like, hey, how's this work or how did that work? I'm going to connect them with a leader. And that's the success way to do direct messaging. If you're looking for magic scripts are a dime a dozen. And what works for Jill might not work for me. But what will work for everybody is going out and saying, hey, would you be open to giving me feedback? I even do this sometimes when I first start with a company. I say, can you talk me out of joining this company? Can you find the holes? You might see what I'm not seeing. I want to just get your feedback and your opinion. People love doing that. They don't want to buy products and they don't want to join your business, but they want to get feedback. DM training. Yeah, we could do a DM training. That would be fun.
No, he's saying, what do you suggest for direct messaging, training, scripting, something else?
Oh yeah, it's this.
Like how you reach out.
Yeah, I mean, what would
you say?
Yeah, if I were to reach out to somebody, like if I were to reach out to Andy, I knew Andy and we were just kind of friends on Facebook, I'd reach out and go, hey Andy, hope you're having a great day. I wanted to get your opinion on something I came across. Would you be open to giving me some feedback real quick? And the worst Andy could say is, no, James, go away. I'm like, oh, okay. You don't want to give me feedback. You just disqualified yourself from being in my business, because again, everything you're doing is training the person you're doing it to. And you want to do exactly what you want them to do. And if you have some elaborate script that only works for you because you're a holistic health coach, you're a Cooper Institute personal trainer, and it only works for her, she's not going to build a team. Mm-hmm. But if she only sticks to that very simple script, now can you tweak it? Can you adjust it? Yes. But the goal is to ask, are they open to taking a look at something? And then providing a tool to do that, not going, it's Zallevo and it's this and it's that, and using those tools to do that. Always asking questions, giving updates, sharing tools. And we'll go into a lot more of this as we do more training. But we just wanted to touch on this tonight because, again, we're getting down, to the bottom of that funnel a little bit. And that's the last slide. The last slide is communities. So once somebody does direct messaging, then it's getting them in communities, whether it's the 7-Day Water Challenge, 90-Day Best Body. If you're going to use these communities as follow-up tools, make sure you're posting in there. If you're in the 7-Day Water Challenge and you're adding people in there and you're not posting, there's no point. Right. So if you're using if you're in the 90-Day Best Body, post in a 90-Day Best Body. Always use these communities so people see them, because that's what they're going to see, and that's how you're going to be able to follow effectively.
Even the Facebook communities, like he's talking about, again, when you are inviting someone to your Facebook community, they want to see you. Yeah. And the only way they're going to get notified about anything that's going into that Facebook group is when you post, because your friends are friends with them, right? Yeah. So like if Jill's posts something and they're not friends with your friend, they're not even going to see that. So you need to be very active in those groups as well, showing that you are living the lifestyle, you are using the products, and every person that you're bringing in as a potential prospect needs to see you in there, right? Because you have more chances of them signing up because they see how active you are. They see the just the energy of it and keeping it light and keeping it fun and showing the lifestyle of Zallevo and how we use the formulations, right?
Yeah. I love it. So we'll stop our share because that's pretty much everything we wanted to cover tonight. So I don't know, Jill, if you want to open it up for questions, or we're more than open to any way you'd like
questions.
To go.
Andy has given you guys he's going to get up and dance in a minute because he loved it. So look at him. Yeah. He's going for it.
he's looking skinnier and skinnier every time I see
I
him.
know. Seriously, his glasses keep getting bigger because I'm like, oh my gosh, his face is shrinking. Same with, same with
I'm like that, just all gonna get you all hugged. That's it. That's all there is gonna happen. Okay. Thanks, guys. Fantastic training. This has been incredible. I do have a question though, if I can
Yes.
stop gushing, and I'm not sure I can.
Andy, go ahead. Just raise your hand. I'll call on you.
Yes.
Okay, Andy. Yes, it's your turn.
You mentioned sharing a tool. There's actually quite a lot of tools to share, and I know it's going to be different for every person. But I'm just curious, for you guys specifically, what's your favorite tool to share? What's your favorite share? No, that's right. That was right. What's your favorite tool that you share?
You want to go, Rob? So the favorite tool that we use right now is about a 30-minute video that we got from one of the Zallevo difference calls. That's just a link of Kirsty sharing the products. Because we're a big proponent in just sharing the products with somebody and getting them to buy in on that. Unless they're a friend, they might want to learn more about the business side. We're a big proponent in sharing the products first, and people going, oh, that looks interesting, and then getting them into a group or whatnot, and answering their questions on the back end. So we kind of have that, and we're developing a new tool with the company that'll be available really soon to everybody. That'll be a good 30-minute overview of the products, the systems, all that kind of stuff, and a little bit of the business in there, but just a little. So that's coming really soon. And people will go, I want a 2-minute one. I want a 4-minute one. I want a 7-minute one. I want a 2-hour one. Because again, I'm looking for a certain kind of person that goes, I want to watch this. I want to engage. When you talk about the people that we brought in 27 people in 4 days, and pretty much 80% of those people, maybe all of them, watched a 2.5-hour video. And so I'm a big proponent that if you're talking to enough people, the length doesn't really matter. It's always going to come down to the content, but that's what we like. And then we use the app.
I want to share one too, is like, even on my stories, if I'm sharing about a new shake that I love, whatever, and they're like, what shake do you use? I use the one from the app, and I just go to the Ultra 30 and I said, this is the one I'm using. I love, would love to get your feedback. Yeah. And that's the one I share. So it depends on, like you said, it depends on the person and what they're asking or what you've shared and what they've seen. So like hormone balance, you can share the Fortitude 85, so there's different, obviously, but we use all the tools from the app. All the app. And then the one that we kind of pieced together from that Zallevo difference call. So those are the ones that we use.
We'll make sure we get that link.
Yeah.
And then obviously your
Feel
Facebook.
free to share that this way.
Yeah. And then the Facebook community as well, because you want people to feel they're a part of a community, and they're going to get to see the energy of everyone, and we share recipes in there, all that kind of stuff. So absolutely,
guys, fantastic training. I love your energy. I love what you do. I just want more of it. I just love it.
Andy, if you look in the chat, everybody loves your energy too. Look at
I don't mean this in a creepy way, but we're still going to be best friends.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh man, everybody wants to be Andy's best friend. Okay, does anyone else have any other questions?
We're an open book, so please, because I'm sure, and no question's a dumb question, because I'm sure everyone else has the same question. So,
Kathy,
yeah. Angel and James, I have looked through the app, but I didn't notice anything that talked about hormones. Which product supports hormone?
Fortitude 85.
Really?
Hormonal balance, yeah.
Hormonal balance, cortisol.
Oh. I'll have to look at that because I'm taking a hormone blocker.
Everyone's different about what they need.
I mean, it's not going to cure all your hormones or anything like that, but.
Okay. Interesting.
Balance.
Interesting.
We can check with Kirsty on that too, Kathy.
Okay.
When also it's a word that triggers a response. Right. Because when you use hormonal balance, that can be such a general term. It's like indigestion. I feel like indigestion can be a billion different things.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's not like a medical thing. It's going to cure all your hormones and all that. It's just like a added benefit kind of thing.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, who's next? One more. Who's got the last burning question?
Or anything you want to add or share.
Yeah, or yeah, if you want to share something or add something. You guys just did such a great job covering every single thing. It was incredible.
That's the thing.
All right.
Thank you. There's just so much to share with social media, right? But
yes.
maybe we'll write down some other things that we can share as well. But
Melissa has a question. Melissa?
Hi, thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it very much. So I haven't done the little stories before, just post on my regular feed. So you're just saying in your stories, just do your real life and don't show any ingredients. But if you're making a shake, making a shake. If you're organizing your closet, you're organizing your closet. Just life blurps, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see you, Melissa.
Okay.
Yeah, people ask questions. They'll
Nice to see you too. Big hug.
And they'll do polls and stuff because again, when you do those things, you're getting dropped right into their messenger, and that's why you do stories, because it's directly in messenger. That's what people see. So again, it's all about the purpose of what you're trying to do, and the closer you can get into somebody's inbox, the better.
The more connections and the more conversations you have in messenger, the more you're going to show up in that person's feed. So you want to pick people and have conversation with people that you haven't talked to in forever, or that they're new on your feed, so that you start showing up in their feed so that they can start watching you and getting to know you. So then you can bring them in to the light.
Exactly. Yeah. People are looking for the light right now, guys. That's the biggest thing.
Be the light.
Now, people are going, who can I follow positive? Who can I follow that's encouraging? And it doesn't take a lot to be. I'm not a positive, encouraging person, James. It's called Google, and Google images that are positive and motivational. And take images from Google and put those in your story and be known as the positive story person. That whenever I want a positive image for inspiration, I go to their stories.
Yeah. Let's share that.
What's that?
I love that. Katrina, did you have a question or something to add? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll get that link to Jill so she can share it with all of you.
Yeah.
The little 30-minute one that we love. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then, Michelle, that's a great one. She said, love on other people's posts and comment on their posts. Because again, the more you're engaging on people, the more your feed is going to show to more people, right? The more your post is going to explode to more people. So you want to be loving on other people. You don't want to just be greedy and be selfish. You just want everyone to love on your stuff. Go love on other people. Show that you are human. And don't just post and pray, guys. You have to reach out too. It's not just about posting a picture on social media. And I mean, yes, you're using social media to attract people to you, but you also have to be reaching out as well. So sending out messages, reaching out to people you haven't talked to in a while. Hey, what's going on? How are you? Oh my gosh, have you taken a look at what I've been doing lately? I would love to share it with you. Are you open to hearing about it? You have to be reaching out as well. It's not like you just post a picture. Oh, no one commented. Okay, well, that's just for you to share.
Right.
That's not to really get people, right? So really realize that too. It's about reaching out as well. So we're reaching out to at least 20 people a day, asking if they're open to taking a look at what we're doing.
And that's what we didn't mention this too. Just want to throw this out here. When you are posting, you should only be posting 1 to 3 times a day, and that's it. If you're posting more than that, the algorithm doesn't like that, and she'd only post 1 to 3 times a day.
Stories is different.
Post bajillion, doesn't matter. But on your actual feed, only 1 to 3 times a day. And whenever you do go post, that's a good cue to go give love. So if you do a post, or before you do a post, you go priming the pump, and you go love and like on everybody that you want to love and like, and then do your post. Because what happens is people will love and like. They go, oh, Andy loved my image. What's Andy doing? And they'll go over and see what Andy's doing. And they're like, oh, what's this thing that he's talking about? How's the transformation? And that's how you get people to come over to your feed, is what we call priming the pump. But only
also, I would love to, if y'all would be open, I would love to do a power hour with all of you and show you kind of how we go through a system and what we do in an hour. Because I think if you can just time block an hour out of your day, you don't have to be spending 5 hours a day on social media doing this stuff. You really don't, right? Especially if you have a full-time job and you're like, I only have an hour or only have 15 minutes out of my day. I think we should host a power hour and just kind of show you some of the steps of how you can engage with people and really love on people and prospect people without prospecting people.
Right.
Okay. So if y'all would be open, we'll get with Jill and set that up. But I think that would be gold to do that, just to kind of show you, because even sending people birthday messages,
Huge.
It's huge, because again, those are people that you can connect with that maybe you've forgotten about, right? So you can go on Facebook and type in their search bar upcoming birthdays, and everybody that has a birthday today, it lists them out, right? So you just go in their messenger, happy birthday, Jill, how are you? Hope you have a fabulous day. Anything planned for your special day today?
No.
Conversation, right? So we'll show you like little tricks like that. That's prospecting, even sending a birthday message, because you're asking her a question. Anything special planned today? You know, so you're constantly creating those conversations.
Yeah, because somebody just asked, how much time do you spend on Facebook a day? We don't spend a lot of time on Facebook. We do spend a lot of time in Messenger, but not on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because again, if you do it in a planned way, you know, you do it for that hour and you go, okay, now for the rest of the day, it's all follow up
and you're checking on your team and all of that stuff. So
awesome. We'll
So
definitely.
there was a question, is there really a best time to post?
Oh, this is great. I didn't even share this one, but yes, absolutely. There are 3 different times to post that will really get you more engagement. And that's between 7 and 9 a.m. your time, whatever your time zone is. Okay. Then it's around 12 to 1 around lunch. Mind you, it's a little bit different these days because everybody's home now. So it's kind of different now because a lot more people are on social media all times of the day. And then I would say maybe around 5 to 6 dinner time when people are getting off work. And then 8 to 10 during prime time when people are sitting on the couch, wives on their phone while their husband's watching TV because they're bored scrolling, or they're in bed, right? Like scrolling. So those would be like 3 main times that I would post during the day.
And the feed is going crazy. Like, yes, please, power hour. Yes, yes. So yeah, we will definitely get that put together. That's exciting.
I tell you, we do a power hour every morning. Like that's how we run all our businesses.
That is so great. Wow.
Good.
What great info. This has been gold, gold, gold. Everybody give them a hand, seriously.
Oh, yeah. One more thing.
Thank you.
One more thing. You can always go clean up your feed.
Yes.
So here's the thing I would challenge everybody on this call to do
gold.
tonight is to go back to your feed and scroll. I don't care how far you want to scroll back, but if you can scroll back and you can tell that you're in Zallevo or there's a link or there's anything, you can edit posts too. You just take the links out. Edit, clean up your post. Now, some people have been in Zallevo for a while, but clean it up as far back as you can go, because I can guarantee you, because people do this all the time.
And you do this.
Yeah, I do it too. They'll go to your wall and they'll go,
what company is she with?
What company are they with? It's like a game I play with most people when they message me. And if you can tell which company you're with, it's okay to delete things. Facebook doesn't hold it counted against you. It's okay to edit things. So go clean up your feed and get it to the point where people know you, but they don't know what you do. And that's the goal.
Love it. Well, thank you so much. You know, they hear the story all the time, and I know it's crazy, but right before Christmas time, I knelt down by my bed and I said, Heavenly Father, surprise me. Like, surprise me. And people are like, why would you pray that? Like, what if you like get paralyzed or, you know, something? I'm like, well, the Lord knows what I need best. You know, the Lord knows what I need most. So the next day, Angel reached out to me, and they are a gift to this company. And just the things that they're putting together, things that are happening, and they're transforming the way that we're going to be, you know, rolling out some different things here. And we're blessed to have you two in our company. So thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you for taking time out of your schedules. This is like prime time for families to be together, and we really honor that. And, you know, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for you guys to being here in Zallevo with us and being able to spread the word. So thank you for sharing on social media, Angel and James. We love you guys so much.
Thank you. We love you. We love all of you. Feel free to reach
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
God bless.
Have a great night.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.